Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Breakfast in Bed. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, we started an interesting topic, and our guest is here. But before we get into our topic, I was having that discussion with you. So what's your thought about a parent giving in a school, sharing bicycle as like a party pack for their child, and one parent is complaining that it's too much? Is it too much? Do you feel like it will affect the children's psychology?
So first of all, it's good to be back here. Super excited anytime I'm here. I mean, we have great conversations. So to your question, right? First of all, I think that it depends on the motive why people are giving these things out, right? And you can't tell, right? So it's very important that you train your child on contentment even before they go out. Okay. So even if you share cars, you know, at the they need to understand that, hey, from where I'm okay regardless of whatever you're sharing. And it's very important that you train your child to be contented. And I see a lot of children out there, and it saddens me sometimes, right?
Hey, don't say much, thank you. So contentment, right? And that's what I've been saying. Yeah. Teach your children contentment.
I understand.
And you will have peace at home.
I understand. You actually sit on the same chair, so the connection is there.
If you don't teach your children contentment, then you'll be dealing with pressure at home. You'll be dealing with inferiority complex at home. Yeah. But whatever it is, if a parent shares Lexus, I know if a parent shares Lexus, that it's fine if you share sweets, stick sweets. It's okay. It's not a pressure.
Somebody's business.
Yeah, it's somebody's business.
You're sharing Lexus and I'm sharing. That's what I can do.
So because the parent shared Lexus does not mean you should see the parent there and start cussing out the parents, okay?
We're not cussing. All I'm trying to say is you're trying to leave something on those children. Okay, psychologically.
They'll be fine psychologically.
Kids here, Bumi. These are kids.
You know, you can't control wherever your child will go. There are places where your child will be at, and circumstances like that will also arise, right? You need to have trained the child to be able to be contented, right? So regardless,
this is a school where you bring children together.
You are looking at it from, okay, it's big. Little things can also trigger the same reaction, right?
It's fine. Let's just move on to our topic.
It could actually be, oh, my parents bring a better biscuit than yours. You guys are looking at it from a very grand perspective. But it could be from the little things, right? It could be, oh, they give me pop-off at home, you are bringing cabin biscuits. Why is it could be those small little things. But if your child is contented at home, it won't trigger them at all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome.
I see you're very excited about this.
Welcome. In support of him. That's why.
Welcome,
Ifeanyi. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you so much.
About 2-3 weeks ago, we started talking about the abuse of artificial intelligence, AI, and we said we're going to have this again. I'm glad you're back here. Yeah. So let's get into artificial intelligence. You know, we talked about. There was one important thing you said about the last time we had the conversation. Yeah. And Elizabeth and I, we actually spoke about it. We actually spoke about it with another colleague of ours, where you said people use AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, as
a confinder.
Yes. People confide in them, people speak with them. And I found out that many people do these things.
A lot of people
And you said it's whatever you feed them, we need to be very careful with what we feed these apps and these AI apps, yeah? So, but then I want to talk about fake stories. I want to talk about pictures, videos that are always, when people see such videos, probably they're private videos on social media, people are quick to say it's AI. In fact, a sitting senator who is a former governor of a state in Nigeria, a video said it's AI.
So any smart is AI now.
So how do we can we identify AI videos by watching?
So AI is getting so good. I mean, that's the whole idea of AI, to be so good that, it should be able to make work or life easy for us, right? So typically, when AI was created, it was supposed to be for maybe art creation. You can shoot a movie, just give it a storyline to act it up, and people are entertained. So to be honest, AI itself, it's a brilliant idea. But however, with every brilliant idea comes with its abuse, right? Over time, I mean, we've had several decades of innovation. You know, we had internet innovation, we have the BlackBerry era. I mean, we had several areas where, people are innovating, right? And people will always abuse. And unfortunately, AI has gotten so good that we might not be able to differentiate anymore. And the only thing you need to watch out for is you have to look for the context, right? Where, okay, what this is, does it match with this person's previous, post? You know, does this match? You have to look for, you know, because AI would not give you context most of the time. As I said in a previous episode, in fact, it has gotten so bad that, let me give you an example why I mean context. It has gotten so bad that ladies post picture on Twitter X, and people remix those pictures, remove their clothing, and get them naked. Like, that is what AI, they'll just take the picture, put it on AI, get this lady naked, you know, and post. So because you know that this person has never posted picture like this, so you can use that as a trigger to know, okay, I think this is AI.
So that part you mentioned, they get them naked. So I've been wondering all this while. Now, when this app gets them naked, but these are not the real bodies of those people when they're naked, right? No. It's computer generated.
But it's carrying their faces.
Yeah, but it's carrying their faces, but not the so.
Not
AI is not that smart to get under people's real attires.
So?
Okay, so I'm still safe.
No,
I feel like
I think so.
This is a very good question here. Artificial intelligence. This is the internet because so many things happen there, and obviously they can decode and detect what is real and what is fake. Because we've seen some posts on X, the likes of TikTok, Instagram, where if someone posts something, there's a little caption under that says AI generated. So in situations like this, just like a very recent one where we saw a plane colliding with a truck in Canada, a video came out of that was showing like a security personnel obviously wanting to go and rescue, and a few days later they said it wasn't real. So I feel like that's not a real video. Why was it not captioned under that? This is AI generated. I feel like most of these things they allow it to fly
on
because
social
of
media, right?
because of some certain maybe clicks and obviously views and what have you. Because some that are never as good as that, they'll tell you AI generated, but some they just allow it go. Are there situations where they are being preferential? Yeah, okay, let this go, let this stay.
Yeah, so social media platforms are beginning to regulate some of these AI pictures and videos, right? So they are mandating you to tag pictures as AI generated.
Okay.
So if you post a picture and you don't tag it as AI generated, and the algorithm figure out this AI to take it down. But the problem here is the AI itself is getting so good that the algorithm is not detecting if a picture or video is AI.
So it's internet versus internet now.
Yeah, so it's more of the two, because the internet is also using AI to detect if it's AI.
Yes.
And the AI also knows that you are going to try to detect me from AI, so I'm going to pretend not to be AI as much as possible.
So is this safe?
So it is both.
Are we safe?
To be honest, right, it has the advantages and that's disadvantages, and these are some of the major negative effect of artificial intelligence, because we will get to a point where you can't tell anymore.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, it's not safe.
Yeah, another one. I think a few days ago, a music was in my mind that I'm even going to search. And guess what? When I went on TikTok, 1, 2, 3 slides, I'm seeing that very song. So I'm asking myself, is there like a connection between us, or are these things reading our mind? I won't lie to you, because people have obviously come online, just like you said. I think you said it last time. Like you're thinking of something, and next thing you're going online, you're seeing that exact whatever. So is that like? Is that?
I think that's because it's a trend.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily a trend. It's just
you said it out.
Say it out. If you say it out, or you text somebody about
Okay.
it, if you say it out mistakenly, sometimes we think about things and we say, this song. Once you just mention the name of the song, your apps
so
pick it up.
you're trying to say that there's no privacy. There's no privacy anymore.
There's
no privacy anymore.
Then.
So this happened to me.
You can go to the settings and maybe some apps allow you to turn them off.
Are you?
But in default, they're on. So anything you say, everything we are saying, our phones are picking it up.
Yes, I actually agree, because
Oh my God.
when I was going to send you a message, I actually agree. When I was going to send him a message, I forgot. So it just triggered like, I need to send Ifeanyi Olabode a message. I just said it out. I know I said it out, and I sent him a message. And I went on TikTok, and I brought your page.
Oh my God.
And he brought your page. So actually,
Are we safe? And that's a very big question. Serious. Are we safe?
I was actually shocked, and I remembered what you said.
Yeah.
That when we say these things
I
out,
think I've
it
not posted
picks.
on TikTok for several weeks.
Yes, you
So
can
it's not
imagine.
a fresh,
So you can
content. It's
imagine.
the previous one.
So one good question is, are we safe?
To be honest, right? Everybody needs to take accountability for their safety in recent times, right? Especially for kids, especially for fraud as well. And I think that people are not looking at it from that perspective, and that is my major concern, right? We need to take accountability. A recent issue that happened was when someone CEO called a staff and say, oh, send money to so and so and so. And the staff genuinely says, sorry, can I do a video call just to be sure? I mean, that's what everybody would do. I mean, in fact, I think the staff went extra mile because typically if you voice match, I would do it, right? They did a video call, turned on, oh, okay, boss, I've seen you and done it. And the boss got alert and called, hey, why did you move this money? We just spoke. I literally saw you. And like, I didn't call you. Apparently, AI can now mimic. If I have your picture, I can mimic. I can do a proper video call with someone else, with your voice, with your face. Especially you people that speak every day. I know your voice is everywhere on the internet. It's so easy. It's so easy. Your picture, your video, your voice. So I can mimic everything and like call, make a proper video call, and tell people just to do whatever I will need them to do because they would assume it's you. And that happened. And the concern about security with AI rests with everybody. Nowadays, you have to take triple effort to be sure that you are talking to the right person. You're taking, so everybody's accountable for safety now, and I encourage people to read more about cybersecurity, especially around AI, because things are really getting very serious. It's really not even about fraud. It's about AI sometimes itself can be inaccurate, right? For instance, last week somebody tried to wash their car, and the message like, hey, I'm trying to wash my car in the next street. This happened in New York where there's no car park, So how best do I go there? And AI said, oh, it's not far away, you can walk. And I'm like, what do you mean walk? I need to wash my car. You're telling me to walk down to where I'm going to wash to the car wash to wash my car. How does this even work? Say, oh, sorry, I didn't get it, but walking is still best. So the issue about AI is that, as I said, it just goes online, gather information, and try to make decisions based on what it has. And sometimes it can be wrong. And if you don't know that, if you don't know the result you expect to have, you will be led astray.
So I want to speak on identity now. So if AI can perfectly clone our voices and our faces, so what does identity even mean in the digital age?
Yeah, so identity obviously comes with biometrics, like our facials, fingerprints, and all of that, right? In recent times, there are very specific things that identity look out for, like scanning the iris and stuff. So at that, AI has not gotten there yet, and I mean, we are currently grateful, but yes, hopefully in the next future, we pray that it doesn't get to the point where it can now like get your exact iris. By the time you scan, with your phone, when you open your phone, you scan your face, scan your eyes. If you close your eyes, it might not be able to.
Do you know what I'm asking? My phone, this phone. My younger sister me looking at my phone, she can open my phone.
Yeah, that's
so how?
That's another issue that we recently faced, and I mentioned it last time. When AI is being created, right? It was done primarily by foreigners. This issue you have is very minimal in Europe and in US when other people, but for Africans, because we are not fully involved, they were not Africans that did a lot of testing and all of these things. So there's more probability to have errors especially for facial recognitions for Africans, because we're not exactly involved when all of these were being created. And that's why I always clamor for involvement of Africans in all of these innovations and stuff. It's very important.
So the videographers are scared. The videographers I have around are scared. The technical directors are scared. My audio man is scared. Many people are scared because they say AI is the present. It's no longer the future. Now, should there be the fear that AI will take our jobs someday?
I am, to be honest, me previously would try to be political and say, but if I want to be real, yes.
So there will be some day where I won't have a technical director?
No, this is not how it works.
Okay.
So we are going to have a revolution of new jobs. Because AI itself cannot do everything. You need people to work on the AI. Right. So we're going to move from having, different job title to another based on the new skill that you have. Right. So for instance, now almost half of there's a big cable TV that we have in Nigeria, right? I'm not going to mention the name, but they've started almost half of their customer service because AI does it. Like if you text them and say, hey, my TV is not showing, AI will ask for the code. AI will scan and say, oh, this is what the problem is, this is how to fix it. This is what people were doing before, right? However, they have sacked half of their customer service because AI is actually attending to customers now. However, they have also recruited, automation engineers. They have recruited people to actually audit the AI to be sure that AI is correct and all of those things. So you have to be smart enough to understand this is where AI is going, and these are the skills required, so you can switch. And please be the first set of people to switch, so you can grow in those careers.
Wait. So that means people need to go back to school.
Exactly, I'm going there because
If the only thing I can do is
watching.
speak
Exactly.
English. If the only thing I can do to speak English, I should go and learn how to do other things that would involve AI,
Exactly.
right?
I was just about to ask that.
So the next few years, the conversation we'll be having on TV will be about how automation is, changing.
That your job is
so that's the
changing.
conversation that we'll be having, and that is the skill that would expect people to have. Do you understand?
Is that bad? Is that bad that not just even our jobs are going? In few years to
That's what
come,
I've been thinking.
No, but let's be honest,
in
jobs
few-
have been open.
see,
So
in
I'm
few years
not
to
yet
come,
to really
in few years to come, robots will start doing all these things. Because we've seen in developed countries,
A robot
robots
can't speak like me.
they do delivery now. They do delivery now, and things that on a normal day. A very good example is this. I think this embroidery that they put on native now.
Yeah.
It's just a click. Obviously, it's a picture. You get that picture, you put it on whatever,
And
and you're standing, and the thing is doing
who
it.
does the
Or like
clicking?
before that, you have to take it
Someone
to,
does the Yeah,
someone
or like
does
you have to
the
take it to a
clicking.
specialist to do it. But now it feels like, robots think by share.
Well, somebody does the clicking,
Yeah.
somebody does the machine maintenance, right? So why? I'm not going to deny the fact that, of course, currently people are losing their jobs, but people are also getting new jobs, right?
See, new jobs.
The only
Be
problem
specific
is-
about
We're
those
running
new
out of
jobs.
time, guys. We're going.
The only problem I have
See,
is
we are
the
going to do
net-
part 3.
I don't know how many. There's no statistics yet for how many
Yeah.
jobs are being lost, how many
Yeah.
new jobs are being given out. So there's no statistics, but I can tell you for a fact, new jobs are being given. So you need
Maybe
to
farming,
navigate, right?
Thank you. We need to go. We need to go.
We'll do part 3.
So it seems we're going to have Ifeanyi as our tech expert someday. Thank you for coming on the show. Really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Always a
coming.
pleasure.
Guys, we need to go. Elizabeth, yeah.
Yes, we need to go.
We have only 30 seconds.
Yeah, we need to go.
She's scared. Elizabeth is scared.
Don't be.
This seems spiritual to me, but I just need to calm down. Yes. So my name is Elizabeth Shola. We'll see you guys next week.
I've added that.
Okay, my name is Bababumi Agbebi. And please remember, if you can afford to buy a Lexus for your child and share for them,
where are
do
we-
share it.
Where
Bye-bye.
are we going to again?
Morning fantastic. See you